in smoking tolerance to where if you smoke cigarettes, it used to be everywhere. Most people used to smoke. Then they started cutting it down. Okay, can't smoke in restaurants and can't smoke outside. Now you can't smoke at bars. Now you can't smoke till you're 21. But the same people are encouraging marijuana use everywhere. So smoking's good for you or it's not? Or is it just this one? I don't know. And I don't like this idea. You can't have a cigarette till you're 21? Says who? How are we able to make that decision all this time from the founding of this country until just today that you could have a cigarette when you were 19, but now it's totally intolerable. Maryland won't let you do it. That's next. 844-RADIO-US, 844-723-4687. I'm James Parker in for John David Wells. It's the Wells Report on the USA Radio Network.
It's amazing but true. When it comes to one of America's biggest household expenditures, healthcare, a lot of people think they've got no choice. People are used to thinking we have to do it this way, but they don't. Yes, you have the freedom to choose an alternative with your healthcare. It's MediShare, and it costs way less than the alternatives. The typical family saves $500 a month, not a year, a month. And if you're single, this can save you a lot too. And let's face it, a big reason MediShare is 400,000 people strong, it just works. They've shared over $3 billion in medical bills, so they can help share your needs too. Joining MediShare for so many people is one of those things that makes you say, why didn't I do this before? So yes, the time has come for something better. Look into joining MediShare and see why so many people are opting out of the old way and into the new. Why not look into this? Just call 855-90-PSALM. That's 855-90-PSALM. 855-90-PSALM.
This report is brought to you by the National Cattlemen's Beef Association, a contractor to the Beef Checkoff. Did you know 42% of people use their smart devices in the kitchen, and almost half of them have used it for cooking assistance? Modern technology is being applied in the kitchen in new and exciting ways. Now, advancements in artificial intelligence can even bring the skills of a chef and the knowledge of a rancher to the home kitchen with Chuck Knows Beef. Chuck Knows Beef, an all-knowing virtual beef expert powered by Google Artificial Intelligence, is here to meet the newest generation of family cooks with beef inspiration and technology. Chuck's knowledge can be easily accessed through a smart speaker. Jennifer Jasinski, chef and restaurant owner.
Chuck was designed to fit consumer needs with instant access to recipes, cut and nutrition information, and cooking tips wherever they happen to be. He can serve a great steak recipe and even text you the shopping list.
For more information, visit chuckknowsbeef.com. Again, that's chuckknowsbeef.com.
Are you looking for senior care for your mom or dad but don't know where to start? Hi, I'm Jen London with The Place for Mom. Nobody knows your parent or loved one better than you, and nobody knows senior living better than the experts at A Place for Mom. They've helped thousands of families find the right place for their mom or dad.
I was so glad that I called A Place for Mom. My advisor really listened and was truly my partner in finding senior care for my dad. She went out of her way to get to know him as a person and was always there whenever I had a question.
The senior living advisors at A Place for Mom partner with thousands of families every month, listening and offering local knowledge and advice to help find the best senior living communities across the country. And it's a free service. Here's the number.
Call A Place for Mom at 1-800-370-2715.
There's a place for answers, A Place for Mom. Call today.
Call A Place for Mom at 1-800-370-2715. That's 1-800-370-2715.
Welcome to the Wells Report with John David Wells on the USA Radio Network. I'm James Parker, sitting in for John David Wells. Find me on Twitter at James Parker Show, or you can come over here and play with us on the Facebook Live feed. Look for the Wells Report. And yeah, find out what I'm drinking. There, I just held it up. Is that what you want? 844-RADIO-US. If you want to join the conversation, Maryland's losing its mind. They just voted on Wednesday. The Maryland General Assembly passed a bill that will raise the legal age to purchase tobacco products to 21. Oh man, this bothers the snot out of me. Look, we need to have an age of majority, and that's it. That is it as far as government goes. And I think it should be 18. Hell, I think we might want to bump that down to 17. But there's got to be a point where you're either an adult or you're not. If you're an adult enough to go buy a lottery ticket and give the state a couple of your hard-earned dollars for the infinitesimally small chance of maybe winning something, then you can make the decision on whether or not you're going to smoke a cigarette. And look, they're smart, politically speaking, because this bill exempts the troops. So if you can present a military ID, they still can sell you a pack of smokes in Maryland. Now, this bill actually goes into effect October 1st. The only thing that could stop at this point is if the governor of Maryland, he's a Republican, Larry Hogan, decides to stop it. This would make Maryland the 9th U.S. state to begin the process of raising the age requirement for buying tobacco and nicotine products. This is so crazy because, look, I hate to use the same old trite and retread arguments here, but isn't it a trip that for so many of these people, they think a 13-year-old has the ability to go have an abortion without her mom's permission? But a 20-year-old can't buy a pack of Marlboro Reds. Isn't that interesting? Does this count for weed? Hey, weed people. I mean, I want everything to be legal. So, I think it's funny the weed advocates are like, weed should be legal. Yeah, but what about meth? Oh, no, that's a drug and that's a bad one. Well, come on now. Either we can control our own bodies or we can't. You know, because like the abortion people say, keep your laws off my body. Well, what if it comes to a pack of Newports? Oh, well, law it up. Of course there's room to make a law to control what you do and don't do with your body. Of course we can do that. This is so bizarre because something I've noticed about socialists and the people just really of that general world view is that what they seek to create, the utopia that they seem to be going towards, whether they realize it or not, is sort of this eternal childhood, maybe even better, an eternal adolescence, where you have some of the responsibilities that are the fun ones, but the tough ones, it's still put off on someone else. So think about the lifestyle that you had when you were 15, 16, let's say 16. Sure, you could make decisions here and there about what movies you go see or what you eat or what clothes you wear and who you hang out with or where you're going to go on a Friday night. But you didn't really have to worry about some of these other decisions like how am I going to pay for my health care? Am I going to have health care insurance? How am I going to pay for college? Who is making sure I go to college or who is making sure I go to high school right now? Who is taking care of my food? If I run out of money, am I going to starve or is there going to be a backstop there that makes sure I don't starve to death? When I'm done with my schooling and my homework tonight, am I going to have a roof over my head? Is someone going to provide me with housing? Yes, someone provides you with housing. Someone provides you with food. Someone provides you with schooling. Someone provides you with all the things that government they want government to provide for you as soon as you leave adolescence. Now, we need the government to pay for your school. We need the government to pay for your housing. We need government to pay for making sure you have food. And if you have kids, the government will make sure that they get to eat when they go to school. Breakfast, lunch, and we're working on dinner. And so this is part of it, too. One of the reasons so many people started smoking when I went to college is because they could. You weren't allowed to smoke. If you were 17 and living in your parents' house to come home and smoke, your mom come over there and slap it out your mouth, or your dad. And that's what they want. And they started creeping it at both ends. Yeah, you can get free medical care when you're 65 years old, and they want to reduce that down to 55. And Bernie Sanders actually wants Medicare to start at 50. Meanwhile, they got the Children's Health Insurance Program, so they're just kind of working toward the middle so they can just socialize all of us. And we'll all just be wards of the state, and big state will be our daddy. But yeah, and that's a good point. Steve over here on Facebook Live. If your country says you're old enough to kill or be killed defending your country, then you should have the right to drink, smoke. I would say do crack even if you want. Go get some heroin. Knock yourself. Be a polygamist. I don't care. I'm James Parker in for John David Wells. This is the Wells Report on the USA Radio Network.
What's on your bucket list? Running a marathon, hiking to the top of a mountain, or maybe surfing? What if I told you you could accomplish all of it at any age? This is Wayne Allen Root, and I'd like to introduce you to somebody that's changed my life, made me feel years younger, maybe saved my life, my Cenegenics physician, Dr. Bob Letta.
Thanks for the introduction, Wayne. At Cenegenics, we help people look and feel many years younger. We've been in business since 1997. We have locations across the United States, and we've treated over 35,000 patients worldwide. Our age management medicine is proven to work. On the Cenegenics program, you will have your own doctor, exercise counselor, and nutritionist all working together to fine-tune plans especially for you.
Thank you, Dr. Letta. I'm 57 and I feel like I'm 30 again. I feel the best of my life. I have the most energy of my life. Are you ready to start feeling the best of your life? Defy your age with Cenegenics. Call now for your free consultation at 888-YOUNGER. That's toll-free 888-YOUNGER. Or go to Cenegenics.com.